Welcome back to Tales from the Empty Nest. She's Mama.
This big boy.
We're just a couple of empty nesters fighting off our first sunburns of the season. We got down to Austin last weekend. We went to a couple baseball games and the sun was kicking. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. Before we do that, make sure you guys check out the website, talesfromemptynest.com. We got a pretty cool website. Got a contact form. We've got links to all our social media profiles. We got links to everywhere you can listen to this show. For instance, if you watching the show right now and you want to listen to the show, there's a link where you can do that as well. So pretty cool, pretty versatile.
Yeah.
So make sure you go subscribe to wherever you like to listen to podcasts or watch us on video, whatever. Make sure you do those things. Make sure you tell your friends. If you're our age, you probably have friends that would be interested in some of the things we talk about too. So if you're interested, your friends are probably interested. Do us a favor. Give us a shout. We'd appreciate it. Before we jump into this weekend, though, I did a fly like a G6
Oh, yeah.
experiment. Mama had an extra G6 sensor for her continuous glucose monitor.
Well, I had an extra transmitter, and then I had 3 more sensors. So it would give you a month to trial it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I did my first 10-day.
Mm-hmm.
I started 2 Sundays ago. No. Was it 2 Sundays ago? No, it was more.
It doesn't matter. But you tried it. You got it.
Yeah, I tried
all
it.
10 days.
Made it all 10 days. Didn't have any issues. I think the first night I fell asleep on it and all kinds of alarms started going off and I had to hand Mama my phone.
I had to fix them. I forgot because all of mine were silenced and set. So it had been so long ago that I had did that. So I forgot that was something we should change. So anyway, that was the first night. It was a little bumpy, but that's
so
okay.
that sucked.
We figured it out.
But other than that, man, it worked great. I feel like probably accurate. I don't know. Most of my sugars were in range for a normal person.
Yeah, we checked right when you put it in, and it was pretty accurate to what the finger stick was, and so there was no reason, I guess.
Yeah, and I didn't ram it into anything and rip it out of my arm. I know that was a concern Mama had.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty much on the back of my arm, so it would have been really hard for me to do that. But, so yeah, I did it. I'm glad I did it. I'll probably wear the other 2 just to see. It was a little interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was really interesting to see that the only thing that really spiked my sugar was like no shit, really sugary stuff like potatoes. You know, any kind of just normal carb that's not simple.
What was the highest it got? Was it 169?
Yeah, 169, I think.
But it was like real quick. It went up and then went down. But you said it stayed kind of. It took a second for it to trend all the way back down, but it didn't.
Yeah, it stayed up. It stayed up a long time.
And what was it that you ate that for?
Well, we had that. We went to Chili's that day, and I had.
Oh yeah.
So there's no telling how much sugar I had that day.
That
Not
lemon
only
drop
just that
margarita.
That margarita was really sugary. I'm sure there was tons of sugar in the honey chipotle chicken crispers that we ate.
So it shot me up to 260 that day. It shot you up to 160 that day.
Which 169 is out of range big time for a normal person. They say normal people shouldn't really ever go up over 140. Anyways, the power of sugar. I don't know. I'm old and fat. I could be like pre-diabetic or something.
I mean, it's pretty cool to see what those foods do to your sugars, you know, in the moment it happens. But a real judge is the A1C, which is your
that's fair. Yeah, they say everything I read online said here's what the ranges should be, but the only way to really tell is an A1C reading.
Which you've had those done before, and they've come back normal.
Yeah,
but it's just kind of cool for you to go, oh, yeah, I see. And you were telling me, how did you feel when your sugar
I felt
was
like
that
trash.
High? Yeah,
and I never have thought about it before, but you know when you like just hog out, like you eat a bunch of like sugary shit and like just whatever, you just pig out, how you kind of get tired and feel like crap a little later. That's because your sugar is like spiked.
Yeah.
And that's like your body's reaction to it. So I knew I knew that I never felt good after I do that sometimes, or felt great rather. I didn't feel terrible, but I didn't feel 100%, right? I didn't feel great. but I never really knew why.
Right.
Now I know why. My sugar's like through the roof, and whatever's happening in my body to try to fix that probably doesn't make you feel good. So
Yeah. So we went on a walk after
yes,
that.
we went and walked through the
Walked
mall.
around the mall.
Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah. Window shopped.
But the other thing I noticed, I would have thought like beer. I would have thought beer would make it go up because there's a lot of carbs in beer. Even though I'm genuinely drinking light beer when I drink beer. But I drank beer all day on a Saturday. We made some pizzas that night, ate the
I know, I was
pizzas,
so
and I
jealous.
never had it just went.
Blood sugar was great during that pizza.
Yeah.
And I was like, oof, that's one thing that really spikes me.
So I think for me, at least my body, the only thing that really makes it go completely out of whack, and even like fruits, like apples, oranges, just a tiny little blip up and then right back down. But like the really sugary stuff, like no shit sugar, and probably a lot of artificial sugar too, to be honest. And I mean, what I mean by that is like refined sugar.
Right.
Yeah, my body does not like that. So that was cool. Interesting to kind of see what it's like to be mama for 10 days and have to wear that thing. I was really worried about usually like that medical tape stuff really irritates my skin, but this one didn't. So I was cool with that. And I never lost it. Like it started to come up a little bit towards the end. Actually, it started to come up the very first night, but whatever.
It was the reinforcement piece, which wasn't a very good reinforcement piece, but the actual adhesive that's manufactured with the Dexcom actually worked pretty good for you. I just put like a reinforcement over it, and that's what peeled away. But
anyway, and I worked out for that whole time, like going to the gym, doing my walk, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I got to say the pretty good. I mean, it withstood a grown boy, so that's pretty good, I think. So good on Dexcom for building something that I cannot break, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. If I think everybody should do that if they can, and you can buy those things. They're not all that expensive.
There's been some, I follow a lot of type 1 diabetic TikTokers, and there's been a lot of what's the word? I don't
debate.
Yeah, well, the problem is they're saying it's becoming a
fad.
A fad. It's like a little, and it's causing us to have problems getting the stuff we need from the pharmacies.
It creates like a shortage.
So it's a little frustrating where it's like this cool thing to wear now to see what your blood sugar does, but you don't actually medically need it. And it's causing a shortage, which I did experience at one of the pharmacies, and I had to switch pharmacies because they would only give me so many at a time because they were only being released so many. You could only get so many restocked. So that part of it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of cool to see it, but then you get the backlash from us, the people with the actual disease that go, come on, guys, we need this. But
yeah, but I don't think a lot of people are going and buying Dexcom.
They're also starting to market it. I think that was the other thing. The backlash is all these companies are starting to market it to be used that way. And so I don't know. I haven't had any problems with it, but
I think there's probably two different markets. There's like a market for diabetics that need all kinds of bells and whistles, and it needs to work with this thing and all that, which I would expect normal people aren't going to buy that. There's a ton of companies that sell just a glucose monitor that like just connects up to your phone,
right?
And they're cheaper.
The thing is, if these companies are going to start to do that now too, they need to make sure that they are able to supply those products and those quantities, I guess you could say. But
yeah, well, I think Dexcom will.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a completely different market. I guess what I'm saying is I don't think a lot of people are going to go pay the money to get a Dexcom continuous glucose monitor just to.
Right. There are some cheaper ones that are more.
You can get them off like Amazon for like $60 or something.
Just kind of seeing what your blood sugars do and what your workouts and how that impacts.
And I got this Aura Ring thing. They sell one, and I don't know, but I think it connects in with I haven't researched it because I never thought about doing it, but I think it connects into the app that this thing connects to. So I don't know. But yeah, so that was cool. I'll probably do the other ones. I think on those days where I was really good, like I felt better. I think probably, the big boy challenge fitness journey thing probably went better on those days than the days where it was up and took a while to get back down and all that. So it's valuable. I don't, man, it would be really boring videos though if I went, hey, let's see how such and such affects my sugar, because almost nothing did.
I know.
So and I mean like none. Like there was one or 2 days in a row where I had like nothing at all remotely close to sugar, and besides maybe like an apple or an orange, something like that. And that line, it was just dots on the same line all day long for like 24 hours. So, yeah, I couldn't go, hey, watch me eat a potato.
Wish that was normal for me.
See what it does to my sugar, because it just doesn't. It doesn't read. I'm sure it does something to my body. My body's doing something.
All I have to do sometimes is wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
and that's it.
It's that glycogen dump. So yeah, I mean, I think they're cool. If you're interested in that, if you think you might be pre-diabetic, maybe that's something you could check before you go to the doctor. Spend a bunch of money and have a bunch of tests. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor.
We actually, our daughter, if you've been watching the show, she's pregnant. She's almost 5 months pregnant. So anyway, she's getting close to having to do her glucose tests. So she's like, Mom, when I come over there, she came over for dinner and we did a check on her just to kind of see how she would do. I mean, after eating dinner, and we had some sugary stuff for dinner, or stuff that would affect a blood sugar. And so she poked her finger before and then poked her finger about an hour after. So far, so good. So hopefully she passes that test, because she is more at risk for gestational diabetes with it running in the family. So anyway, it was kind of cool. We had a cool little diabetic week for the non-diabetics in the family.
Yeah. Music on TikTok update. So the last time we had a show, and by the way, we apologize, we missed last week. It was busy week, short week for us. So we just couldn't find time to sit down and talk to you guys. But the last show we did, we talked about music on TikTok. We talked about how we put a TikTok out asking about whether music should go on videos. And I'm talking about just talking videos. Like some of them, obviously you got to have music or the video would be just completely boring.
If you just have clips strung together.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But we talk a lot on our TikTok. So that was kind of what we were getting at. And I think it's 50-50. Honestly, I really do. Go back and look through the comments.
I did. I feel like it was more people said yes while you're talking and have a conversation. Like music's not necessary.
I felt like it was 50-50. And maybe I'll go back and count. I really don't care.
That's because you love to do music no matter what.
Because I think the musics I put in there like mean something. They're like I don't just randomly pick a song. Like they're meaningful to the video. So anyway, I'll continue to do it to piss off you 50%ers.
And me.
That don't and mama that don't like the music. I don't know, man. I just feel like nobody wants to listen to us talk. They want to listen to music. And then you get to our little end. Then you get to our you can. Then you get to our little end banner thing, and you're just jamming the music for like 5 seconds. It's pretty cool. So anyway, the people have spoken. The people have spoken, and it's 50-50. Unless something drastically changes from that, unless I start getting negative feedback on it, I'll probably still put music at the really low. It's not loud. Like I don't blast it where you can't hear us talk.
All right, so here's the key. If you watch our TikToks and you notice that maybe it might be inappropriate in that video, make sure you speak up. So he can get an example.
Yeah, I mean, tell me if you think. I mean, that's why I asked. I'm not closed-minded to the fact that may be the case, but I just don't. I feel like the responses we got, and we got quite a few. I feel like
there's a lot of comments on that video.
They were, roughly half and half. I mean, I don't know. Possibly 60-40. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's my TikTok. Mm-hmm. And you don't produce anything on there. So
really?
Well, I mean.
I'm the star.
Well, you are the star, but.
You might be the producer.
I'm the producer, though. So, so anyway. We talked about getting sunburned blasted this weekend. We went down to Austin, watched Texas Longhorns take on the Ole Miss Rebels in the opening SEC series of the year, and we had a really great time. We got to see some old friends.
Yeah, Friday night was rough. Ugh.
Oh yeah, because we drove down Friday. We got there, we went and straight picked up some friends of ours, went right over to this restaurant we like. By the way, we'll call it out. Matt's El Rancho. If you like Tex-Mex, that place is awesome. What's the best drink there, Mama?
The Knockout.
The Knockout Margarita. It comes, you get a martini glass with olives, so you might think it's a martini, but it's not. It is a margarita by definition.
Yeah.
But you get like this pretty good sized shaker.
I think it poured like 4 drinks.
It pours 4 of those little, they're smaller martini glasses. They're not huge, but it does pour 4 of them. I didn't have one this time. I love them, though. I usually get one, and they are knockout. Like,
I was like, I'm going to have 2 tonight.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish my one.
Yeah, she kept trying to get me to finish the tail end of hers, and I was like, nope, I ain't doing it. So, yeah, we did that, and then we go over to the baseball field, hang out with some folks before the game, and then obviously go into the game, and then it goes to extra innings. So it was a late night anyway, and then we had to drive back out to our other friend's place.
And our team
to
lost
crash.
that
Yeah, and we
one
lost that
game.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a...
Yeah, but Matt's El Rancho, always amazing.
Yes.
Love that place. We got something different this time. Tell them what you got.
I got a redfish.
Yeah, blackened redfish. And it looked good.
So good. I usually get the tacos, which, man, I want to try more of their menu because I want to be like, man, can I not go wrong with anything here? And so far, everything's been good.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had anything there was bad. And I've had a few different things there. Mm. I got the steak and enchiladas this time. It's 2 cheese enchiladas with red sauce and then I think it was a 9-ounce ribeye.
Oh yeah, you gave me a
and
bite
it was
of that.
good.
It was really good.
It was amazing.
There's something about steaks at a Mexican restaurant.
It's some of them. Some of them it's not that great, but this one was fantastic.
It's like they take it and put it on a grill, like an old school grill steak.
Yeah, it was definitely charbroiled. It had like lines in it.
Yeah, that's the word I was.
Probably over mesquite or something like that, I would imagine. It was phenomenal. The shrimp you had that came with your little redfish was really good. You gave me a bite of that, and you got a bite of my steak. What else? Another thing that's good there, and it's not on the menu. If you like burritos, they have a chicken burrito with a green, like a tomatillo sauce. It comes with like rice and beans. It's really good. So yeah, Matt's was fantastic. Friday night was a fun game, but it sucked losing, and it sucked that it went so late.
We left. We were tired. I was just ready to get back to where we were staying, and it was a long day.
And then we get up fresh Sunday and do it all again. We won the next 2 games, so Texas won the series. Again, had another great time. But the weather...
Back to the sunburns.
Yeah, back to the sun. Let's bring this thing back full circle.
Reel it back in.
Like the last home series for Texas, I think the weather was like 65 degrees for the high on the weekend. And now fast forward to a week later, it was freaking 88 degrees on Saturday.
And go ahead, finish.
And 95 degrees yesterday on Sunday. Just absolutely ridiculous.
And our seats are in the sun, which it was whatever. But man, you going to like maybe the end of April, May games, you're going to sweat your butt off.
Those are going to be hot.
But March, come on, give me my cold weather. Like I have so much like cute hoodies and I want to wear my jeans. No, I was hot, sweaty, got a sunburn. Like I never get as burned as I did Saturday. Yeah, and I put sunblock on twice.
Yeah, we got lit up. It was weird Saturday. I didn't really burn, but Sunday I did.
I don't know if you could see it through the camera.
Probably not.
But probably not. It's too dark, but I got toasted.
Yeah, that shoulder got roasted.
Kept having to like dig into him and like hide my shoulder down on Sunday, and then he went and got me one of those frog tog type things, and I just kind of covered up my shoulder. It was hurting so bad on Sunday.
So anyway, we got a pre-sunburn for this coming up weekend here at home. It's supposed to be like 95 degrees, 97 degrees or something.
Working on our baseline tan.
Yeah, so we might actually have a pool and lit this weekend.
I know.
At least a mini one of some sort, which is exciting. We have never... This would literally be the earliest we've ever gotten the pool.
Yep.
So, I mean... If it's going to be hot and we're all going to burst into flames, I'm glad I have a pool. We'll get to utilize it. We'll global warm our asses off, I guess. So yeah, that's probably what we end up doing this weekend is some form of pool and lit, because I think it's supposed to be I think Friday it's supposed to be 95, Saturday is supposed to be 98, and then Sunday is 91. So it cools back down a little bit for Sunday.
Could definitely go do it on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, I think that'll kind of be the plan. Let us know what we should cook.
I know we always run out of ideas.
I can just eat the same stuff over and over again.
That. No,
well, I know you're not. I know you're not. That's why I said I
know.
could just eat the same stuff over and over again. Like I could go cook a brisket and I'd just be fine. I could go put some ribs on and I'd be just fine. Which I might do that. That sounds delicious.
Actually, ribs do sound good.
I might do some ribs then. But you know what else I've thought about is getting like a New York strip steak or two and having them cut it real thin at the supermarket and doing trying those Philly sandwiches again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good too.
Or we could do the asadero tacos. We get the asadero cheese and do some.
I thought about doing like those griddle top, maybe not birria necessarily, but some sort of like fried tortilla tacos. So anyway, we'll figure something out. But if there's something you want to see me make, let me know. I'll do video. I try to do a video every time I cook like that, but I don't always. It's fair. It's just the way it goes. So one thing I wanted to talk about, I think one of the reasons we started, like one of the first, so we just started on TikTok, right? And we just started doing TikToks and we've done a bunch of different things. But one Saturday, I said something about, hey, empty nesters, like, what do you do with the rooms when the kids are gone? Yeah. And it was the biggest video we've ever had. We got so much response to it. And a lot, some of the responses was they'll be back.
It's probably very relatable for
a lot of people.
Nesters.
And then other people said things like, and we haven't really talked about this, but other people made comments like, well, our kids will always have a place at our house. So we just leave everything the same. And I would say that was I don't know, probably to me, surprisingly, that was a very small response in relation to all the other responses. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because, we did that video. We talked about being empty nesters. We've had all kinds of crazy ideas like get an RV, maybe buy a house somewhere else and move and just, kind of live our lives a little bit. And we've talked about how we probably over prioritize the kids when the kids were younger. And, the impact that can have on a relationship. And it really made me think here recently with all the things we've had go on and our son coming back to live with us for a while. You've got to, priorities can change in a successful marriage. And that's something I think a lot of people get really dug in on. If you find that kind of content on the internet, whether it's TikTok or Instagram or whatever, sometimes it's like, oh, you can't prioritize the kids. If you prioritize the kids, your marriage is going to go to shit. And other people will be like, those are your kids. You got to take care of your kids at all. It doesn't matter. They're above the spouse. And I think both those are wrong because I think it matters what situation you're in right now. Because if we had gone off or if we had, bought an RV and started riding around in RVs all the time, like this last few months would have been
really rough,
exceptionally hard
on our adult son.
Right. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. I don't think you're probably too far off, but I wanted to get some insight from you on what do you feel like about the priorities? Because
I feel like there are times you have to prioritize. If you don't prioritize your children, you're also helping form them into
adults, right?
Adults.
Yeah.
And so that's part of their mental health and creating, making them the people that they are is somewhat prioritizing them. Did we not? One of the things that would have been better is if maybe we prioritize ourselves too a little bit in that mix, like maybe go on a date here and there, or whatever. And we could have probably fit that in, to be honest, if we really wanted to go back and examine that. We probably could have made the time to figure out how we could go on a date.
Yeah.
Or regardless of what it was. In the house date, kids are in bed. We're going to go do this or this instead of just doing our own thing, going to bed. Doesn't have to be like getting a babysitter and going out. But yes, I do think there are times you have to prioritize them because it helps build them into the people they are. later on in life. You
Yeah.
know, you can't just go, we're leaving you. It's just
Yeah.
me and him now. We brought you into this world. We love you, but man, your dad's number one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go leave you with the babysitter, or we're gonna leave you with grandparents, or we're gonna go do this. So
Yeah. I think that's probably the key. And I honestly, I don't feel like most people, even the ones that like dig in on those things and have content about, you know, you have to prioritize your spouse over your children. I don't think they literally mean your spouse is always going to get your attention. You know, if the kid's over here bleeding to death, but your husband's over here wanting, like, you know, a bowl of cereal or something, you're not going to go get the bowl of cereal, right?
cereal.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
so I don't think people mean that. But I feel like there's people out there that think those people mean that.
Yeah, they take it literally.
Yeah, they take it kind of pretty literally. There's a lot of people that struggle with like nuance, struggle with gray area, and I think that's one of those gray areas that people probably struggle with. So yeah, I think what people are really saying when they say prioritize your spouse over your kids is you have
don't forget they're there.
Yeah, you have to continue to foster that relationship, or it'll go bad. I don't think they mean ignore your kids.
Yeah.
But going back to like our situation recently, I think it's been a blessing that we didn't go do some of those things. And I see that now that our son is with us again, you are like putting effort into him.
Yeah.
And
that's
I think that's good. I mean, I think that's
but
what
I'm still making time for you.
Sure, absolutely, yeah, 100%. And I think that's the key is you got to be in tune enough with everybody in your house to know, like, okay, this person is. Sometimes it's obvious. Again, our situation, our son's situation, it's obvious. He needs some extra attention, right? But sometimes it may not be so obvious, and you have to really pick up on subtle hints or subtle things and go, yeah, I need to spend some time with the baby, or I need to spend some time with my husband or my wife, or, you know, whatever that looks like. So
what are some things that we did this week being empty? I feel like we talk about it enough. We're empty. I mean, we're still empty nesters, even though our son lives with us, because he's independent, whatever. We can go do whatever we want. But what are some things we did this week being empty nesters?
Like this last week?
Yeah, the last couple days or whatever. So.
Oh, like, well, obviously this weekend we were out of town.
Yeah, we just picked up and.
Yeah.
I mean, it was planned, but we didn't have to find a babysitter or figure this out. Who's going to pick the kids up from school, practices, missing a game or whatever.
Yeah.
Just picked up and went.
Yeah, and we'll just go eat dinner.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just go, hey, let's go eat dinner. We'll go do that. Today's
Monday. We actually had the day off to we were either recuperate or we were going to drive back today. We ended up driving back last night. So we had the whole day to recuperate. So we decided to go to lunch. Didn't have to worry about, hey, we got to make it back in time to pick up the kids. Just no thought of any of that going on.
Yep.
So,
and then as soon as we get done doing this, Mama's going to go cook some dinner.
I actually am. If you ever watch our TikToks, you know
I
never freaking cook.
I may have to do some videos of this, actually, to be honest. That's a good, I hadn't even thought of that. And now I just thought of that because this will be different.
One, I hate it. But two, I saw this recipe and our son had been telling us, you know, his girlfriend's mom had made something similar and how much it was his favorite meal when he went over there to go eat. So I saw a recipe for it and I thought, you know what, that sounds pretty good. And it's kind of, normally he'll just cook me some grilled chicken and that's what I'll have, you know, for the week for lunch or meal prep or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I get kind of burned out of the same thing. So how can I change it up? So I'm going to try to do like a lemon chicken something or another dish tonight. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's edible.
I'll be there to document.
If it says it takes 30 minutes, it's probably going to take me an hour. So
no, it'll take 30 minutes. It'll just be a mess.
Yeah.
It just won't be good. No, I'm just kidding. Mama actually has tried. So when we first got married, I think we've talked about this. Like dinners were really simple usually, like some type of box thing.
There was some sort of boxed item, whether it be
Yeah.
a side or the main dish or a
Yeah.
frozen
So
main dish, something.
we did a lot of like hamburger helper type crap. I mean, I bet we tried every single
Oh,
hamburger.
you're talking when it was just us.
Yeah,
I
when
was
we
like, I feel
first-
like I did pretty good when it was when
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids came along.
What I was getting at was when we first got married, dinners were simple. They were boxy.
Yeah.
They were very like direction-y. But then you started like going, "Ooh, I'm going to try to make this or I'm going to try to make that." So you did cook non-box things.
Yeah.
As the kids got older, I think the frequency of that increased, and
Yeah,
it
but
was good stuff, is what I was getting
Yeah,
at.
but like if I made spaghetti, I'm not making homemade spaghetti sauce. I'm gonna buy like the jarred spaghetti,
Yeah.
that type of stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I did cook. I just now that I'm working, I didn't work
Right.
when the kids were younger, so I was blessed to be able to stay home with them. So I did cook dinner. But now I don't like cooking. And he does, so hey.
Yeah, so it works
why
out.
not?
It's fine. I don't mind cooking at all. Sometimes I don't like to, but pardon me. I got Austined. I got allergies really bad, so I still got a little. Still got.
I got you all choked up about talking about the dinners I used to make.
Yeah, I got all sad and reminiscing. So yeah, I apologize. Man, yesterday I was jacked up and I took a Zyzol last night for the first time, and that stuff actually, I feel like I woke up feeling at least 50% better than I
It
did.
works good, pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I just I probably should have took it Friday night,
Yeah.
and it probably wouldn't have escalated the way it has. But yeah, so we'll do that. But yeah, I guess the point is, on the whole, don't feel like you gotta say A and stick to A. Like if you feel in your gut, and especially you ladies, because y'all have really good intuition. If you feel in your gut someone else needs some extra attention, you should definitely do that. But you just can't do it forever. That's the thing. Like it's just like anything else. It's like time, right? You only get so much time, and you got to figure out how you spend your time, whether you're working or playing or whatever. Even on the weekend when you just don't really have work to do necessarily, but I need to do this, I need to do that, I want to do this, I'd like to do that. Then you got to prioritize all those things, because time is time, and it doesn't change, right? So anyway, I just thought it was interesting. I was thinking about that the other day, and I wanted to circle back to that, because I think a lot of people that follow us, especially on TikTok for sure, that's probably why it's one of those two videos, because those were two really big videos for us as far as TikTok goes. We got TikTok semi-famous. Oh, somebody noticed us at the baseball game.
Yeah, it didn't click to me at the in the moment, but you told me.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
We were both mad as hell because that was the Friday night game.
Yeah.
We lost the game, and
it was late. We were cold. We were mad.
Well, I wasn't cold. I don't know. You were cold?
I was cold. It was windy. It was chilly. Friday night. Saturday and Sunday were a different story.
So if you watch the show, there's a grandbaby coming. How far along? How far along is our daughter?
She is 19 weeks.
And
tomorrow.
And what does that mean? She's about halfway, right?
Well, she'll be
a little over
she's
halfway.
Almost 5 months. So yeah, she's over halfway.
Well, and how long is it? So everybody thinks a pregnancy is 9 months, but
40,
isn't it
40 weeks?
Isn't it actually? Isn't it actually closer to 10 months, or in between 9 and 10?
40 weeks.
Well, it depends. Some months have more weeks in them.
Oh my God! Whatever.
I feel like it's a little bit more than 9 months.
Well, it's because a lot of women don't have their baby right at 9 months.
Anyway, we're roughly halfway there. Glamma over here is getting the itch to buy stuff. Like it's bad. It's getting the itch is bad. I won't say she's actually going out and buying a lot of stuff.
You think I'm absurd about it? I have bought 2 things, which brings me to the moment of the week for me.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Mama's moment of the week.
Kind of happened last week, but we didn't do a podcast. I bought the first item for our grandson, and our our daughter's boyfriend is a Penn State fan. Our daughter was raised a Longhorn fan. So she's always been really big, Longhorn, like Longhorns. And then she went to Texas Tech and graduated from Texas Tech. So technically she's a Red Raider. But she still will root for the Longhorns. And so I bought our grandson, I should have brought it in here. It was a little Longhorn Build-A-Bear little plush, a little Longhorn. That was the first purchase I bought for our grandson. And then I got accused that I am going crazy and buying
I didn't say you were
stuff.
going crazy, but and that's
One
not,
thing.
She bought one thing,
One
but
thing.
she talked about buying all kinds of things.
So?
And I
Did
catch her all the time on the phone scrolling through grandkid porno. Like she's scrolling like the little clothes and the like any little baby thing. Glamma is all on it. And so I keep saying I'm not saying we can't, but I don't know. It's I think it's interesting because it shows it really illustrates the difference between you and me about this.
I have some self-restraint here, guys, because I could have bought a lot of stuff. We did buy their biggest thing off their registry. Not one of the biggest things, but one of the biggest things they wanted. So, and it was a car seat and stroller combo. So we went ahead and got that for them. Got to have a car seat.
Got to have a stroller, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't have a stroller.
Anyway.
I survived.
So we have done 2 purchases.
So, question out there: some of y'all have grandbabies? Some of y'all still probably have younger kids. I'm pretty sure. We get messages all the time like, "Hey, we're not empty nesters yet, but da 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 da." Are you, sir? Are you the over buying one, or is it the wife that's the over buying one? Who gets more excited about stuff like that and really starts?
So here's the thing. He is not here yet. I think once he gets here, you're gonna hit your
I'm gonna go buy.
Holy crap! He needs this. He needs this. You're gonna go to the store and be like, he needs this. That's when it's gonna hit you.
Yeah, he's gonna need a tractor, a dump truck.
See,
I
already know,
rifles, all that stuff. 100%. And that's what I was kind of getting at is, for me, it's just different, and for you, you're all in, right this second. And I'm more of let's just get there and then it'll be fun.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with a tractor and a dump truck right now? I can't hide it anywhere. So that's the problem for me. I can't park a helicopter in the shop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think Glamma is going a little she hasn't really, like she said, she hasn't bought a lot of stuff, but it's coming. And
I just really want to wait. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I want to. Ooh, there it goes. I want to wait to see what they actually need. So probably a little bit later. I'll see when she has her baby shower and what she's still lacking and all that. I'll probably help out, get those items, get some of that stuff for her. So,
for those of y'all that had grandchildren or have grandchildren, how did y'all navigate that? Did y'all flip out when y'all found out? Did y'all flip out and start buying stuff, or did y'all go, "Oh, let's hold on, let's get there, and let's analyze the situation"? And they keep I keep hearing you and our daughter talking about clothes and diapers, and I'm like,
no, she said she's talking about it because she says she doesn't need any of that stuff. She's got enough of that.
It doesn't matter. I keep hearing y'all talking about it, so he's not even here yet. We don't know what kind of the kid. He may be born. He may be the biggest kid born ever, and nothing fits him. So and then you go on and spent all this money on what you think he's gonna be size wise.
I don't think she's not spending money on clothes. She's getting gifted a lot of clothes right now. That's why she said, "I don't need any more clothes."
Well, yeah. I mean, and see, to me that seems there's nothing wrong with buying clothes. I know at one point, we'll do that.
I know. That's one of the things I've tried to pound into her head. She's getting excited too, which is great.
It's fair,
But she's like, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And I'm like, look, it's different time now than it was when you were a baby. Like, if there's anything that you feel like all of a sudden you need, it's instant gratification. Like, it
We can
gets
get
shipped
it
here in like
2
2 days. So it's not like what it used to be. So if you don't want to breastfeed and you feel like you want a bottle feed, then we can go buy a bunch of bottles. You know, it's not a pressing issue right now to have all that stuff. So that's one of the things that we've tried to talk to her about is, hey, just wait. I mean, you need a thing for the baby to sleep in. You know you're gonna need diapers. You know you're gonna need, a car seat. The things you need, get. But the other stuff, just wait.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So anyway, about the middle of August, we should legit be grandparents. So
Another reason why I'm glad
away.
we didn't go off and do
Right.
an
Yeah.
RV.
Well,
we knew that was going to come. It just happened a little sooner than we thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
well,
but I'm
with an
glad we didn't
RV,
go
you
off
can
and do
always
that.
come back. Like
Yeah,
if
that's
you sell your
true.
house, and move to a different place.
It's just easier because now we can watch them or babysit or whatever. It's just a little easier.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm glad we didn't jump on that. Too fast.
And honestly, some of those things were more long term. Like we'd have to plan for type of things. Like we weren't.
It wasn't going to happen immediate.
Yeah, we weren't going to be doing any of that stuff immediately anyway.
So doesn't mean we can't later on.
Sure. So anyway, I don't know. I just don't want Glamma to go off the deep end, and I come home one day and there's 50 pallets of clothes.
You are about to go off the deep end, sir.
Right. When he's here, we can go off the deep end. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the deep end that's the problem. It's the timing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to time jumping off into the deep end just right.
But I haven't yet. I've just been looking.
I know, but it's coming.
No harm in looking.
I know. I feel like you have, though. I feel like you have like shopping carts full of stuff on various websites. I don't believe you.
I really don't.
Anyways, Grumpy's excited too, just like a little less excited.
Well,
because there's nothing here yet. Like
you've talked about it before in the last couple, but you're just a more nervous Nelly until it actually. You want everybody to be healthy, safe, and once everybody's healthy and safe, then you can go. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's buy the helicopter and the tractor.
Yeah. And the dump truck. Got to have a dump truck. If you got a tractor,
you can only focus on one thing at a time. Right now, your focus is health for both baby and mama.
Exactly. So, all that stuff seems to be going well today, which is good. Big boy challenge. A lot of people have asked about the big boy challenge. Doing pretty good. Still losing weight. Not fast, but not. I think the other interesting thing, and we talked about this a little bit. I started lifting weights again, way more regularly, and I've always been able to put muscle on really quickly, and that's going to offset some of the weight loss. I think.
I think we said we should have done like an inches kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
we probably should have, but that's okay. I still think I'm going to hit the goal.
So you have what, 10 weeks maybe? About 10 weeks left.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, I've been feeling really good in the gym, feeling good doing all my walks. So even if y'all have to see me in a thong,
it may not be so bad.
It may not be so bad because I might actually kind of look good, and I'll definitely feel better than I'd been feeling for a while. So that means something, right? That's important. And I might just accidentally put on like 50 pounds of muscle and just be like shredded.
Hey, I wouldn't mind that either.
You never know. Yeah, you would.
I might let you take a pass.
Oh my God.
Be like, if you didn't lose the weight, that's all right. You're ripped.
You're ripped.
We'll take a vote. I bet you everybody will say it's good.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fine. He doesn't really.
He gets a pass.
Well, I got to do something. if like for whatever reason that's not the punishment. Like I got to do something.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Maybe they think of what the.
Yeah, maybe you guys out there can think of what the punishment actually needs to be. I'm telling you, the problem is going to be, regardless of how much I lose, finding finding one of those things that fits. I don't know how those like bodybuilder dudes. There must be like a bodybuilder thong website
You said
or
somebody
something.
gave you a website.
Yeah, some people sent me like this is. I appreciate it, but it's definitely the weirdest like private messages I've ever got.
I didn't know there
It's
were
like,
private messages.
yeah, like because you can there's like a messaging function inside of TikTok, and so you can just private message people or whatever. And yeah, I got it was funny because I got a couple of them. Like it was like the same week, I think, and we must have done a video about this, or maybe we clipped it out of the. We were doing clips of the podcast and putting them up as videos on TikTok, which I probably need to do that again. But anyway, I got a couple of private messages saying, "Yeah, check this website out," and I actually went and checked it out, and it's a bunch of real, not fat, like big, muscly dudes in various different levels, stages of bathing suits. So
I bet you they have thong ones, huh?
they do 100%, but they've got like like just like the little box short type thing, like maybe you would see on a swimmer or an old Brazilian man at the beach. They've got that, and all the way to like really, why would you wear that type? Like, why would you wear that around type bathing suits? I don't know. I think if I was like just supremely blessed with genetics and I looked freaking amazing, I don't think I could wear something like that. Like for real.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I could go, hey, let's go to the beach. And I'm rocking a thong up and down.
You wouldn't
like
even
walking
do that at like the all-inclusives we go to?
No. Not for me. Not for me. I don't. I wonder what's going through men's head. Because remember, so 2 years ago we went to an all inclusive, and there was a guy wearing a Speedo, and
he was fit. He was a fit guy, older fit guy.
And he was kind of fit. He wasn't like super fit, but he wasn't like
he
sloppy.
walked around like he was fit.
Yeah, he wasn't sloppy or anything, but it was just funny. And y'all know we people watch. We talk about that all the time. So we saw that, and we like immediately had to have conversations about that. I just don't think I could do that. Like, and I'm not judging people that do, but I would ask, like, what is going on in your head?
They just have confidence that you don't.
Maybe that's it. But that's what I'm saying. If I looked like Brad Pitt, I would be confident in my body, right? Like I'd be like, I'm hot. Like I know I'm hot. I still don't think that would be my jam to wear that all the time. I'll do it for a bet loss though. That's the way it goes. But I'm gonna have to squeeze into that thing. Like we're gonna have to get some oil and some.
I think if you do lose, that we can put, all right, this was the original thing. This was my choice. That was the thing. The bet is I said you had to put on a thong or a Speedo or something.
Yeah.
And so we could do a thing that if you lost, then the most votes.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You can do it, but
we'll figure it out.
That's setting yourself up for who knows what.
That's true. It might be
people
worse.
People have some crazy ideas.
Yeah, some of y'all are nuts out there. But yeah, the Big Boy Challenge, it's moving. Excuse me.
He made a better selection at lunch today.
Making progress. That's all. So we'll keep updating on that. The last time I weighed, I think I had lost 13 pounds from the beginning of it. So
you had to lose 30?
40.
Oh, dang.
Yes. Yeah, but I got time. It just escalates too. It like starts snowballing.
Okay.
It just starts peeling off. And if I could ever get Mama to stop making me take her to lunch, I would be in a lot better situation. They just don't have the food that I need at those places.
They do.
No, they don't. They didn't have any today.
I know. So guys, we're
not going to besmirch any.
Okay. Well, we went to a certain restaurant who is known for having a huge menu, but they never have anything on their menu.
Yeah,
We're
they're
out
always
of
missing
this.
stuff.
We're
Yeah.
out of this. We're out of this. So anyway, as we're walking into the restaurant today for lunch, we both joke going, I wonder how many things they're going to tell us that they don't have. And we're like, just joking. And sure enough, we sat down. And usually it's one of the things that we've ordered. They'll say, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have that. But she just started straight off and said, okay, well, here's the things we're out of. And I was expecting it to maybe like be 3 things max. No, she listed off probably 10 items that they did not have. And it's a lot, all of it was steak. They were out of all the steak.
I almost cracked up laughing, but I was able to restrain. I didn't want to hurt her
Yeah,
feelings.
because she wouldn't understand that that was our inside joke, and she would probably been like, these guys are rude. But anyway, we did want to laugh.
Anyway, they had a lot of food because they got a huge menu, and it was good. But yeah, probably not the healthiest. No mailbag today because we haven't got any contacts in a while. So use the contact form. Shoot us your questions, comments. If you want us to talk about anything in particular, we can do that too. Make sure to check us out on the socials. Make sure to subscribe to the socials. Most heavily active on TikTok. Every once in a while, we'll tweet a little bit. We have an Instagram, but it's usually just a copy of a TikTok. And I don't think we put anything over there in months, probably a year almost. So.
Yeah, and just continue to bear with us on the podcast. It kind of gets harder and harder.
Yeah, it's just hard to fit it in sometimes. But we'll keep trying to do a weekly episode. If there's, again, stuff you want us to talk about, let us know. Make sure you check out the website, talesfromemptynest.com. Tell your friends. Subscribe to the podcast. Hope you guys are having a good spring. Hope you guys are not gummed up like I am right now.
Be safe and have fun on your spring breaks.
Yeah, be safe and have fun on spring breaks. And I feel like we're getting better weather is coming. I feel like I just know winter's going to bite us though.